Counter story. This is my counter story. My counter story. It's real in the field, and they know that our passion is real. Given the circumstances, I gotta give me a meal. The people are watching, my back is the target. No matter the struggle, I know where I'm walking. It's real in the field, it's real in the field. It's real in the field. They tell you to do what you feel. People in society, my people are crying. I'm being the system, I'm no longer dying. The odds in my favor, this moment I savor. For public housing, the music and acre. This music is potent, providing this motion. My vision is clear, and it's broader than oceans. The tears are falling, my future is gone. So I'm up and grinding, I won't do no stalling. Salute to the real, all my soldiers before me. I'm giving you my kind of story. My kind of story, babe. My kind of story, babe. My kind of story. My kind of story. My kind of story, babe.
Outside of DC, I would think that one of the biggest artists right now who's like really out there is like, I would say Big Sean. Like his latest album, Dark Sky, I think. That is just, it was really good, and it was real. Like, it was about him like starting from the bottom and like really just working his way up. Like, it was really good.
To be honest with me, I'm more so identify with rappers like the Gucci Manes. You know what I mean? For me, like, I don't really listen to Cole or Kendrick. I feel like Kendrick overrated. Like, he great, you know what I mean? He lyrical, whatever case may be, but I don't want to sit down and read a thesis or think about every time I hear his music. J. Cole, another great artist, but for me, put me to sleep. Like I said, I don't want to sit there and have to think about everything you're talking about. Like, I just rap. Sometimes, you know, you just want to turn up and get the ignorant music, you know what I mean? Like, just get it out.
Right now, I would have to say the hardest DMV artist is Shy Glizzy. Only because he got a lot of clout and his name is more out there than everybody else. I'm not gonna say he deserves it, but yeah, it's Shy Glizzy. Like, I think he's like, when people think of DC rap, like, Shy Glizzy come to mind.
I have to say Fat Trail, because, you know, he actually got somewhere, and like, we have a lot of artists and they got everything. They got the lyrics, the beats, anything, but they just not signed. And actually Fat Trail went and got signed to, you know, with Rick Ross and everything, and he's like collaborating with people like Rick Ross who are like moguls and got like so much money and business and like hype around their names and whatnot. So I feel like also Fat Trail.
I don't think people like recognize Wale and Fat Trail. Like, I don't think they relate them to the DMV as much as people relate Shy Glizzy though. Like a lot of people when they hear Wale, they like, he not even from DC, and then Fat Trail, he don't even come to DC no more. But Shy Glizzy is like, they give him his props. Like, yeah, he rep DC. Like, the city loves Shy Glizzy, basically.
He represent the struggle, you know. Like, it ain't all peaches and cream here. So, you know, when you hear Shy Glizzy, you automatically think about 37, think about the hood, think about the trap, think about everything that we deal with here. It's not everybody that do music is rich. A lot of them are struggling. It's just a facade for the most part. Another thing would be that they all are drug abusers and alcohol users. I know for me, like, I don't drink or smoke. You know, it's just not my preference, you know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of people think, like, when you say you rap, they automatically assume that that's what you do.
Another misconception about men who rap is that they have to thug and they have to be tough. You know, if you're less than that or you more feminine than that, then you shouldn't be calling yourself a rapper. Because I feel as though, you know, if you're not a thug, why you fronting? Because some people look up to, you know, these people who rap like Young Thug. Yeah. Like, do Young Thug look like a thug?
But he doesn't portray himself as a thug, and like, he paints his nails and wear girl clothes and all that, and people still follow him just like how they would. Like, I think that misconception is kind of changing. Like, like, people are into different things now. Like, I know, like, maybe some time ago, if Young Thug came out, everybody would be like, what is he on? Like, we don't like him. But now it's like, people got different interests and different views and stuff.
Some of the artists that we discussed today actually do use their power for good. For example, Beyonce. She used her power to represent feminists in a way that nobody else has done it before. You know, by using art or using her body as an example. As a woman, she's trying to make it comfortable for other women to step up and say, you know, be comfortable in your body. If a man can do it and man can be sexual, why can't women be sexual?
The purpose of music, in my own opinion, is to like inspire us, mostly young people, to like through what we go in everyday life. For instance, the struggles that that going on in the society. So like drugs, things that have to do with violence. But some music can like inspire you to be a better person through its positivity, and also some music can be bad inspiration for some young people. For instance, if there's music that talking about smoking weed and shooting people, then that's not a good thing. And also like music can also be demeaning, like when there's some sorts of music that downgrade women, and I don't think that's a good inspiration in my own opinion.
Bring the drama to your door like you ordered that. You see me coolin' Dr. Martens in the Fendi hat. Take it to Thursday and she gon' throw it back. 22.
My influence in music was Master P. Lil Wayne, that's my favorite rapper. Juelz Santana, that's my second favorite rapper. So the whole camp that's the I come from. No Limit Records, Cash Money, Diplomats. Pretty stuck on the 90s era and listening to all that old music. I knew I first wanted to do music when I heard Master P make him say I thought that was pretty cool. I was in the house, I think I was about 6 years old. Pretty much was like, I can do that. From there, I waited about 2 years, like just getting to, studying music. I started writing my own music when I was 8 years old, like really writing it down. I actually remember my first rap is cheesy, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna do it. But music helped me beat the odds by pretty much just being that void I needed in my life. I'm from a part of the city where you don't live to be 15 years old, so the fact that I'm here and I am able to say I'm 24 is a blessing in itself. Most of my friends are pretty much dead, like not in jail, but like dead, you know what I mean? So once I started taking music seriously, it was another lane for me. Because I fell in the trap, I was on the street stuff and all that, being shot at, stabbed, and the whole nine, but I was able to make it out of that through music. Music was healing. I use music to channel any anger I may be feeling, whether it's fury from feeling a little whimsical or lovey-dovey, whatever the case may be. I pretty much use music to channel all of my emotions because I'm not very vocal. So this is weird in a sense for me anyway. Learn how to shoot guns and all that by 7 years old. I never had nobody telling me, you need to go to school and you need to be this role model for anybody. But I actually made good grades in school. I was a straight A student. And that was just to make my mom proud because, everything pretty much was sad elsewhere. So that was pretty much my gift to my mom. But my son was a big influence on me really taking music seriously. When I found out he was about to be born, I actually was supposed to go play ball for Syracuse. But because I didn't have an active father or active male role model in my life, I decided to stay here and go to Howard. I didn't like that decision at all, so I left school. And then from there, pretty much was just trying to make ends meet. And so I was like, I have a son, I have a mouth to feed. I need to make some money. One thing that stuck out to me in particular, I think he was about 2 years old and he was hungry. And I reached in my pocket and I only had like $1. And I was like, I can't even feed my son. You know what I mean? So I took that $1, I went to McDonald's, got him some nuggets, and I cried. And he's like, Daddy, you hungry? I'm like, I'm good. He's like, it's gonna be okay. And I was like, yeah, I know it's gonna be okay. So what I did was, kept doing what I was used to. But then my grandma passed and I had to use all the money to help bury her, so then I was back at square one, no money, just flat out. But through that, he got me through that too. So I pretty much just use my son as an inspiration to just keep going and striving to be the best I can be, because I have another human watching me. That's another reason why I stopped the street thing, you know, because he pretty much mocks everything I do. And so with that being said, I didn't want him to grow up doing things that I knew how to do. I keep all of that away from him, and I'm a strict parent. I'm more of a don't do what I do as I say type of parent. But shout out to my baby boy Malik, I love you, little boy.
It's just at some point we're all like, well, isn't there going to be something else? Like, does it have to be about bagging the girl? Or does it have to be about like a girl being a bee or a hoe or something like that? Like, it's just the same played out stuff. And it's just like, it's demeaning to us. And it's just like, wow, this is all you really think of females. So, I mean, we still listen to it, but it's just like, we realize it's disrespectful to us, but I'm just like, nothing we can really do about it. Like, if you're gonna listen to it, but don't take the values of trap music and put it in your life. Like, if you wouldn't say something to your mother, or if you wouldn't like another man doing this to your mother, then you should not do it to another female. It's just that simple. It's about respect.
I have a question. It's pretty much like, what if, you know, the people that do talk about the sex, drugs, and money, what if that's just a true reflection of them?
Yeah.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
there are going to be those people who really don't care about nothing except for money and the fame and success, I guess. But I mean, that's not everybody, and I really doubt that's the majority. Like I think majority of people have more good than bad in them. And I'm not saying that money and all that is bad, but just teaching people how to, like, that it's the all in life, like, that's just not it. So I think that, I mean, I understand what you guys are saying, but it's also like rappers, and not just rappers, but just anybody in the music industry, people look up to them. So the fact that they're making those their main values of life, like, that's basically showing the people who look up to them that that's what I should be worried about too. Not saying that they should just follow them, but at the end of the day, they are influencing the younger generation. So
I don't really agree with that part, like, because I feel like the most influence should come from home. You know what I mean? Like, the people who raising you. Like, as an artist, I'm gonna talk about what I deal with. You know what I mean? And my music is a direct reflection of me, who I am, and what I go through. So I'm not really responsible for how a kid watching me takes anything I say, because I'm just talking about my life. Now, if you want to be influenced by what I say out of my mouth, then that's fine. But ultimately, your parents or whoever's raising you, they should have the utmost influence in your life. You know, like, I shouldn't be able to come and just say what I say out of my mouth and that deter everything that you've been taught. So I feel like if a child is easily influenced by anything somebody they don't know say, then that's a lack at home. Like, I don't feel like the artist is completely responsible for anything that a child is gonna do.
We have to realize that celebrities are people too. They make mistakes, they do drugs, they do all that, like, just like we do, and it just like looks as worse because they're on TV with it. But it's like, it's their life. It's like we're telling them, don't live how you want to because I'm watching.
Yeah.
Like how people, I don't really get how people are so upset with Miley Cyrus because she was Hannah Montana. But it's like, did you think she was gonna be Hannah Montana forever? Like, she has a life to live too, and I feel like that's kind of selfish of us. Like, oh, just because you're in the public eye, that means you're no. Like, I feel like we should just let them be them.
Exactly.
It's like we're telling them to be them, but it's like we're putting them in a box.
It's a job.
like, I understand what you guys are saying, but you also have to think, like, if you're on TV, it doesn't matter if it's wrong or it's like, it's just hampering them, but you are being watched. People are looking
Also, we need to just realize that rap and music as a whole is like a creative and expressive
Exactly.
thing. It's not set like being the president or having a specific job. It's completely
And then it's like
free-flowing.
people don't really understand. It's like, yeah, you can do that with Obama because you're supposed to look up to the president. Who told you to look up to video vixens and rappers who talk about selling drugs? I feel like you should have some type of morals. Like, yeah, I listen to trap music all day, but I'm not gonna actually take what they say to heart and like, maybe I should be a trapper. I feel like at the end of the day, it's what you think and like yourself, your morals. Like, you have to have some type of like wrong and right in there.
But
Like,
even you said earlier, I'm sorry, but I feel like you guys are just not getting it. Like, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle because I'm like, yeah, if you really did go through that and you want to express yourself, like, you have the right to. You can do that. But I'm talking about as in, like, what you like, I mean, not changing your music or anything, but you just have to be conscious that you have people looking up to you, and you guys think that it's not their fault, but you have young children ages 4 and 5 talking about let's twerk and all that stuff. Like,
that's their parents. That's their parents. That's their parents.
I don't know, because I know, like, my best friend, I know this because my best friend, like my best friend's cousin or whatever, she has kids, and we're always around them in the car and stuff. But when we're in the car listening to like music, or like when we're in the house listening to music, they go upstairs, or like we do something that we're not supposed to be doing around them, they go upstairs, or like when they're in the car, we listen to different music or we watch different things. It's just like, if you're 4 and you know what twerking is, that's not Miley Cyrus' fault. That's not Nicki Minaj's fault. That's your mom and your dad's fault.
Hold on, wait, but
like, you should not know nothing. Like, you shouldn't be exposed to that yet.
It's real in the field, and they know that our passion is real. Given the circumstances, I gotta give me your meal. The people are watching, my back is the target. No matter the struggle, I know where I'm walking.